The motion for today is...
Mr. Speaker, just adjudicators, precise timekeepers, my independent team of workers, member of the House, and last but certainly not least, my wise but misguided opponents. The day has come to unite us together in one place to debate on the motive this House doubts if the law is doing enough to protect gender discrimination in third world countries. First of all, we, the opposition, would like to redefine the false motion that is defined by the government as the law is not doing enough to protect gender discrimination in third world countries. The real stand is supposed to be, this House, we believe that the law is gratifying continual efforts to protect gender discrimination. Right, from what the third speaker has said, the third speaker said that if rebutted about our first point, which is both genders have received equal education opportunities. She stated that she rebutted by the Malala case. She fights for for women education. But please, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to clarify this. If there are no continual efforts being done, if we are ignoring this, then the Malala case would not only be one, it will be many of Malala cases. There will be many cases of women fight for their rights of to get education. And the team's second point was access to parental care and maternity. Ladies and gentlemen, the government is trying to confuse us with their point. Ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment and think. If a woman doesn't have access to parental care and maternity, is that because of gender discrimination? Is that really because of gender discrimination? Let us think, ladies and gentlemen. It could be their own financial issue. Let us think. And the team third point is human trafficking. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear affirmative, please be aware that human trafficking doesn't only involve women, it even involves men and mostly children. It doesn't direct to women only. Yes, accept.
Thank you very much. Today I want to say that you have stated that human trafficking does not only involve women but also men and children. Is that right? But why is the majority of the victims women? If the law is already doing enough to protect gender discrimination, the percentage for the human trafficking for women should be less. Thank you.
We believe that as the opposition, we often see human trafficking of children in the media and not women. We have children, that's why there are news keep spreading about beware of your children, take care of your children. Please don't, you have to take good care of your children, otherwise your children will go missing. That is why we would say that human trafficking mostly involves children. And gender discrimination, as defined our first speaker has defined, is a situation in which someone is treated less well because of their sex. Usually when a woman is treated less well than a man. If this human trafficking is considered gender discrimination, are the affirmative saying that if a man is getting kidnapped for human trafficking purpose, is the man will the man be treated more well and the woman no? That is not gender discrimination. Same goes to when the third speaker say that in Arab country, the rapist can marry the victim. Right, ladies and gentlemen, now this is out of our topic now. That is not gender discrimination. Gender discrimination is when one is treated less well. Now you're indirectly pointing at a man and a woman. That is actually violence. That is violence. Gender discrimination is when you say, maybe is when you say a woman rape a male and a real, just the serious. Gender discrimination is brought by when you say that a woman raping a male, that is no, he is innocent, and a male rape a woman, he is guilty. That is gender discrimination because the both party is treated less well. Now you are saying that you only direct it to the male. The rapist can marry the victim, the woman, and that is actually violence.
Point of interjection.
Denied. And the second speaker also stated that there are different amount of boys and girls that receive their education in the country. Let us think, ladies and gentlemen, what if, just a what if, our nation contains an imbalanced number of male and female? If we were to limit the percentage of the student with 50% male, 50% female, that will be gender discrimination. Because if we have more male than woman, and you actually keeping it 50-50, it's actually gender discriminating the male side. So that is their choice actually. That is not gender discrimination. We can choose whether we want to go into school to study or not. Now let me refine my team's point. Our first point was both gender has received equal education opportunities. Our second point was both genders are given equal occupational opportunities. And our last point is better healthcare and equal access to both gender. With that, I'd like to once again voice out our stand as we believe that the law is gratifying continual efforts to protect gender discrimination. With that, I raise my case.